Well, we are in the height of summer now, and it's the perfect time to be doing some pellet fishing. The water temperature's at its optimal level, perfect for fish growing, and pellet fishing lends itself absolutely fantastic to this time of year. Now, although it doesn't really feel like a summer's day today, the weather looks all over the place. It's windy, cloudy, looks like it's going to rain, but we're going to make it work. So I'm going to give you the ins and outs of why I use pellets and why they're so effective at this time of year. So first things first, I'm going to have a little wander around. We're down at Stanwick Lakes fisheries today, and I've got the option of flitting between some lakes. So I think I'm going to start on the Syndicate Lake, see if I can make something happen here. Failing that, we're going to head on over to one of the day tickets. So yeah, let's go and try and find some carp. By a wasp. That has got to be close to the rig, that one. There's so many fish here now. It did not take them long at all to get on this bait. There we go. Well, that did not take long at all. As expected, the pellet has done what it always does and got them destroying the spot in no time at all. And we're playing one. I actually saw him lift up off the spot, and I just thought that he was swimming off, but he actually like turned on his side. He's a bit of a tight squeeze in this little gap, but oh, he will do nicely. It's actually a good fish. Oh, he's woken up now. Yeehaw! Oh my God. And this is exactly why pellets should be in your armoury. Oh God, I'm gonna get cut off by a goose. Jesus. I'm playing swordfish. No. Oh God, back to square one. Yeah, brilliant. That's just great. Yeah, just ruin the whole bay while you're there. Yeah, cheers. Oh my God. Look at it going along the top there, like it's bloody, it's literally going along like a dolphin, mate. Like a manatee in the Pacific. Oh my word. How has he got a second wind? Like, he's nearly been in the net twice. There's a lot of weed out there. Oh, it feels like he's coming in the weed bed. Gonna have a big weed berg on the line. That's ridiculous. So I'm playing this fish, I've got my net in the water near enough over the top of the spot, and I've actually got a carp feeding on the spot still. Oh dear. Shows you how much they like them pellets when they get on them. Come on, come on. You're beaten. I know you're beaten. That's it. No, no. Oh, why? Why? How? Now you're beaten. Now. No. No. Okay, now. Now you're beaten. No. Okay. Okay, you're not beaten. All right, I get it. Chill out. This carp is a swim wrecker. This way. Yes! Oh, what an ordeal that was. Mega. It's a lovely carp, that is. A real old one as well. I'm in the tree, I'm in the bush, my back's in bits. I'm gonna unhook it in the net and try and get it out of the swim, just in case there is any other fish kicking about still, but mega. God, I could have played it for about 3 weeks. Bloody nailed. Make sure she don't get away. There we go, halibut pellet wafter, with a little bit of washed out pink and a very messed up rig. Lovely. There we go. Ah, I've got a leak in my waders. That's delightful. Yeah. Ah, I've got a wet leg. Fantastic. Ah, definitely leaking, definitely. That's good. It's really good. Oh, look at him. I think it's going to be £30.12, which means it's probably going to be a bit bigger, knowing how I normally underestimate them, but
yeah, I reckon it's going to be a lot bigger than that. I reckon like 36.
no, it ain't. Nowhere near.
Maybe I've just lost loads myself.
You've been up all night holding a baby.
34. I was saying 34.2.
Okay. I would say it's like 34.2, if I'm honest with you.
What did I say?
Just under 34.
Well, I said
you said 36.
You're listening to 34.2.
Did you? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Right, let me try and make it lose a couple of ounces then. No, we'll call it £30.12 like I said. No, it's £34. Wicked. Well, there you go. What a lovely start to the day. And it shows you just how effective pellets can be. That rod had been in the water 20 minutes, I guess, maybe a little bit longer. I had multiple fish feeding on the spot. Saw this one turn a bit funny. And yeah, really slow, ploddy sort of take. And then lovely battle, beasted me. And we've got a lovely old carp. Big overslung mouth. Lots of character, little patch of scales missing down by his tail. and I could not be more delighted. So I'm going to get him back, go and have a look at some other spots, bait some more areas, and see if we can make another opportunity happen. Lovely. That's my receiver, Joe. Come on, come on, go, 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 go. Come on, off you go, off you go. We're away again. Okay, so we were just doing some stills and trying to do a bit of release footage of that common that I've just had. And as we were in the water with it, the other rod, slightly down the bank, was absolutely one-noted. And yeah, I've just sort of had to clamber the net together, run back down, jump in the water. I'm actually stood on the spot that I hooked the fish from, which is crazy. You can see how shallow it is. Yeah, we're playing another carp, believe it or not. And I'm getting whipped in the face by these willows. But yeah, what a great start to the day. You're probably not going to be able to see a great deal of this fight because I'm covered in the tree and Joe is on the bank. But hopefully it'll be another one to the tally. Come on. Ah, this is one that I actually saw on the other spot this morning. Hey, get in there. Well, I always like to try and unhook them in the net where possible, just so there's no risk of any sort of mouth damage when I go to lift them out. And that fish is absolutely nailed. The hook holds have been great today. Lovely. Again, little halibut pellet wafter, trimmed down with a little sliver of pink on top. Lovely. It's a great little spot, this is. Willow leaves are just brushing the water. They feel safe. It's a bit of a pain to get the rod in position, but I'm stuck. Send the fire brigade. Right, that's that foot out. Okay, lovely. Now, Joe reckons 26.3. I'm saying about 24. I'm going to be right either way because you can't see the scales, so. It is 24 pound and about 2 ounces. Oh my God, it's all in my mouth. Stop. Jesus. So there we go, number 2 of pretty mental 20 minutes of angling, to be honest. Just over 24 pound. It shows you them spots are probably 2 or 3 rod lengths apart, and I actually saw this one this morning. It was the first fish that actually dropped and visited the spot and actually had a feed. So yeah, he slipped up eventually, albeit it weren't on the spot that I saw him on. But yeah, lovely, lovely times. And now I think both spots are going to be absolutely ruined. So yeah, I'm going to get on my toes, get some baiting elsewhere, see what the rest of the day has to offer. Lovely. Mwah. There we go. See you later. With your new little plaster on. I'm soaked. So both of them fish have gone back now, and it's time to redo the rig and get it ready to hopefully lower into position onto another opportunity. Now, I just thought I'd run you through the sort of setup I use when I'm fishing over pellet. Normally I use a solid bag like this. I've just got a really short, sort of 3.5, 4 inch section of uncoated braid tied sort of German style. And on the hook bait side of things, I'm using a halibut pellet wafter, the smaller of the two sizes. I think they're 10 by 12 mil. And that's just tipped with a little bit of washed out pink, which is part of an NS1 Mini. The only reason for the pink is it's just something that I always do. I've always done well on sort of washed out pink, even fishing over just pellet. I do think it is a nice little sort of visual aid, but it's not too obtrusive. Nice big lead on there, inlines, fish drop off style. And yeah, that's about it really. The reason I use solids over the top of like the pellet mix that I'm feeding is I'll be using pellets in the solid bag as well. But I feel like that real tight, compact, small parcel of food is enough to sort of make them home in on that spot, as opposed to just going around, just picking up pellet after pellet after pellet. When they come across this, you've got a real attractive little parcel. And yeah, it seemed to work so far, so hopefully it will continue doing so throughout the day.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice.
Oh yeah, they're definitely here. The spot is actually erupting with fizz, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, well over 10 fish in this bay. So many crunchy leaves.
When I touch the ground, front of 80 Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different
Well, that has taken no longer than 5 minutes, and we are bent into another one. Just had to nip in the way, as the margins are really shallow in this swim. And he's tried to kite left behind this tree, but that won't be a problem because there's nothing really to get in the way under there. Don't think it's one of the real big ones that was visiting, but it's a very quick bite. I've got a whole berg of weed on the line. There we go, he's in there. It's the best thing ever when they get a bit of weed over their head. 3 very quick bites, which once again just proves how good pellet are in the tree. Never know, there might be another chance yet. Well, we're not going to get this one out because he's not a giant, but he's probably about 17, 18 pound. Not going to mess around. It's got quite warm now, and I think there could be another chance. Go on, darling. There you go. Yeah, because it came in without too much disturbance. I'm hoping there might be another opportunity yet. Phil's dying in the tree. I'm stuck in the silt. Some of you might be wondering what makes pellets so good in the summer months, and for me there is a multitude of reasons. The first one being it breaks down nice and quickly in that warmer water. Now pellet contains a high fat content, high protein content, and now that the fish have spawned, it helps them replenish their lost weight from that ordeal of spawning a lot faster than, say, particles and stuff like that literally just go straight through them and don't actually do anything for them. One of the other reasons is you've got, say you put a pellet and a boilie side by side, the pellet starts working for you as soon as it enters the water, whereas a boilie's got an outer skin, because obviously they're boiled, and it takes a little bit longer for that boilie to start working, as with a pellet, it's the same consistency the whole way through, and as soon as it enters the water, you've literally got attraction straight from the off. Another key feature to using pellets is fisheries all up and down the country will actually feed their fish a house pellet. Now this will keep the fish in tip-top condition all throughout the year and also help them achieve bigger weight gains. So having pellets in your mix for me is a no-brainer. They're used to eating it, they're used to finding it, and they do love the taste of it as well. And finally, the last thing for me is how a pellet actually works. So a lot of people think it just, once it's been in the water for ages, just turns to smush. And that's true in some aspect, but if you throw a bigger pellet into the margin and watch how it actually works over 3-4 hours, rather than just turning into what you could describe as a ground bait, I guess, they actually unravel themselves almost like a present. So they sort of open up and then sort of flatten out. So you get that sort of release of attraction the whole time that the pellet sat out on the deck. And if you think a group of fish come in, clear all the pellet out, because of how that pellet sort of unraveled and almost dusted the bottom, even when all that bait is gone, there is still going to be a massive amount of attraction on the spot. So pellet fishing this time of year is an absolute must for me. It's a key part of my armoury, and to be honest, I want to do my little bit, help them put that weight back on that they've lost from the ordeals of spawning and get them in top condition again. And like I say, if you are fishing a fishery that feed them on a regular basis, you'd be silly not to have it in your mix really. So yeah, that's a little insight as to why I think they're so good at this time of year, and I will continue to keep on using them until the water temperatures plummet again. Right, so that bite, like I said, was really quick, and it came in like a sack of spuds in a big weed bed, so I haven't disturbed the fish too much. So what I've done is just introduced a little bit more bait, and I'm going to have a little wander around up to another spot, have a little look in there. It's normally good for a day bite. Just give this a little bit of time to rest, and if there's any fish that do come in and drop, just to give them a little bit of time to regain that confidence. I actually saw that fish come over the weed and drop on the spot, and he was on his own as well. So yeah, there could be another opportunity here, but I would like one of these real big ones that I've seen. I've seen 3 fish that look sort of 35 plus. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We're going to go for a wander, and still got probably 2 hours left, so plenty of time to make something happen. Well, I've just had to nip back to the van just to make a new mix-up, as they are getting through the bait today, and I want to keep them spots topped up and primed. So I thought now would be the perfect opportunity just to run you through my sort of typical pellet mix at this time of year. Now the base of it is halibut ultra mix, and then I've got a nice amount of 6mm Pro Stim pellets in there. They give me a little bit of visual aspect when they start to break down. And then I've just got a small scattering of 10mm boilie, and I'd probably say like 5% of the mix is boilie, so barely anything. And that will just give me a different hook bait option should I need it throughout the day. And then all I've done to that is give it a nice coating in the pellet activator liquid. This is quite a thick, rich liquid. It really enhances the pellet, helps them break down faster, and sort of gives you that little bit of extra added attraction. It leaves a nice little cloud around the area as well, which I feel like can draw more fish in. It's almost as if fish have been feeding on the spot. And what I'll do, I'll leave that to sit in this bucket now for probably 20 minutes, let it really draw into the pellet so it has a slower sort of release time, and it won't just wash off as soon as it gets into the water. So yeah, that's the mix, very simple. I'm gonna go and get a bit more in on a few spots and see what the afternoon brings. Well, I was just up the tree watching the spot, and a massive shoal of silvers come over the top of me and just started mullering all of the smaller pellet. And then there was basically no bait that I could see left. And yeah, a better mirror came in, came over the top of the rig, went for it, missed it. And then two little ones came in and they were just avoiding the pink like the plague. And then another slightly better one's come in, gone down for it, wallop. Absolutely hung himself. I could see literally everything. Yeah, let's get the waders on. Oh. This would be a great way to finish the day. Home in time for dinner. It's not a giant, but it was better than the two commons that I had feeding down there that were probably about £7 a piece. A couple of stockies that have been introduced this year. Right, it's going left, so into the water I go. Into the silty quag. He literally rocketed off at 100 mile an hour. Oh, you fighter. There's a couple of pellets short still. Yeah, where are you going? Come on then. Yeah. Sounds like they're having great fun over at the country park. There we go. About 7 hours fishing. 4 carp. And they're absolutely loving the pellet. There we are, a wonderful way to finish. Not a giant, probably 20 to 22 pound I would say, but well made up with him. We've had a wonderful day, and it just shows you how effective pellet fishing really is at this time of year. I'd never be without it, especially on lakes like I've mentioned earlier that get fed it on a regular basis, because they look at it as a natural food source, really. So yeah, lovely times. We'll get him back on his way and get loaded and get off home.